man, last week I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Wladimir Klitschko, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. Get this. Wladimir Klitschko is in no doubt as to who wins a fight between Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. He says, quote, hands down, Anthony Joshua. He is getting to be the complete fighter, technically, size-wise, weight-wise, power-wise, and he is a good learner. Tyson Fury is like a fart in the wind. It is there and it is gone. In the history of boxing, there are a lot of examples of this kind of guy. They can be successful for a time, but are not disciplined enough to continue to be successful. I wish Tyson well, but I think there is a lack of discipline there, and discipline is more important than motivation. Drawing from my experience, I would say the lack of discipline will make it too difficult for Tyson. Those are the words of Wladimir Klitschko, and let me counterpunch. His assessment on AJ, first of all. I've always told you guys I think AJ beats Tyson. I think when you had Wilder, Joshua, Fury, I thought that we already know Tyson can beat Deontay. I think Deontay, based on the style of his simple but effective right hand, he used to be difficult to beat. I'm not sure about now. Okay, I don't want to rate him based on fighting other people, but you know, I've seen his inability to execute the one thing that he did do real well was throw the right hand. But at a certain point of time, when Wilder could throw the right hand, he could give Joshua a hard time, especially if Joshua is trying to put together combinations. I think Wilder could beat Joshua, but I think Joshua could beat Fury. But Fury has beaten already Deontay Wilder. But now I'm not so sure about the Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua prediction. We're talking about AJ versus Tyson. I always think AJ could beat Tyson because Tyson is a good height. Even though Joshua was a little shorter than Helenius, and Helenius was difficult to get to, but he eventually got to him. You know, and I think Tyson Fury is no exception. I think the way Joshua fights in his wide variety of punches, if Francis Ngannou could give Tyson Fury a run for his money and possibly in a lot of people's eyes beat Tyson Fury, I see AJ doing a similar but better job on Tyson Fury than Francis did. Okay, so however, the discipline thing from Wladimir Klitschko, he's not wrong about that as far as Tyson being disciplined, because a disciplined person you really don't see do a lot of reckless things like getting drunk or having shots of stuff. Tyson Fury is like, he's a normal, everyday, around the block bloke. You know what I mean? He's like just down to earth, meaning, yeah, he may have a couple shots of Jaeger, or he may have a couple pints, maybe 3 pints, because he's one of those guys. Like I told people, Tyson Fury is one of those guys you'd want to hang out at the bar with. But when it comes to the gym, he looks good now, but he's not always had that same mentality. You know what I mean? You know, and there's no other person that could better say that than Wladimir Klitschko, because Wladimir Klitschko had a rematch clause and Tyson wasn't even fit enough to fulfill the rematch clause by doing things that he had no business doing, like drinking in excess and doing, narcotics and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely, I think, he should say that. But one thing that throws me off about Wladimir Klitschko is there may be a grudge there simply because he said he's like a fart in the wind. Now, he could have said something else, but he said a fart in the wind. And because he said a fart in the wind, I don't think he really cares too much for Tyson Fury. And that just shows you how Tyson Fury, got under his skin, like Jarrell Miller got under Anthony Joshua's skin, on a fair comparison of guys and how they feel about each other. It's just that Tyson got that win over Wladimir, and Wladimir was never able to redeem himself and get redemption. So I think, and it wasn't any fault of his own. It was just Tyson, quote unquote, wasn't ready or didn't really want to do that, because a lot of people thought that was deliberate on the choice that he made and he took to do narcotics and drinking excess and get fat and not train and not stay focused and not do the obligation things that he signed the contract to do. So, yeah, I understand Wladimir Klitschko fully, but yeah, on this assessment, Anthony Joshua, technically, I think he's getting better, ironically, with Ben Davison that made something click. So, and another ironic thing is, if they did fight, would he want Ben Davison, or would Ben Davison be willing to train Tyson Fury? Okay. But ending it with this, I don't know if I answered this question during the live yesterday, which I will go live today at 12 o'clock my time, Central. Tyson didn't fire Ben Davison. Ben Davison left. Okay. It wasn't Tyson's overall choice for him to leave. It was just Ben was like, I'm not being second to nobody. I'm not being an Angel Fernandez to Robert Garcia. I'm not doing that. So he left. That's what happened. Cut and dry. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Wladimir Klitschko and his prediction on Anthony Joshua versus Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.